good morning, good morning. This is Scrapping Like a Lady. And we are in the car, so you know what that means. We are on our way to work. Shut up. So, I have been extremely tired. And I don't know why. I did a B12 shot yesterday to get my energy level up. And I feel better than I did. But I am still extremely tired. Might be my iron levels. I'm not really sure. I'll take a supplement when I get home this afternoon. It's Saturday, the 9th of July. And you know how they say Christmas in July? I'm really feeling that. My husband said that we need to start shopping now because there's going to be a mass shortage. You think we were short last year? He said it's going to be really bad this year. I guess they don't have dock workers and look at this color on my lips. They don't have dock workers, so the shipping containers are literally sitting in the Gulfs and at ports, and they can't, and they're not being unloaded because they don't have enough dock workers. The shipping containers are literally staying in the water for months. So with that being said, if things aren't being unloaded, the shelves aren't being stocked, and when they do get stocked, the gas prices are so high that it's costing more to move the items that are being unloaded. And so not only is it going to be scarce, but it's going to be expensive. So he's like, do your shopping now. So this Sunday, tomorrow, or maybe this evening, he and I will get together and start doing the Christmas shopping for our babies, our grandbabies. It was Anson's birthday, July 7th, and so Kimberly and him are still in town at my niece's house, so we went to the movies. Now get this, I said I'd pay for the movies, and it was literally a $300 event. Between the movies and the snacks at the movies. Yeah. My niece and her husband and her 3 kids went. So that was 5. Then my daughter and her family are 7. So that's 12. And then me, Cameron, no, Cameron didn't go. Me, Logan, and Willie. Now, you know Willie hate the movies, but he said, honey, it's for our grandson's birthday, if that's what he wants. And I was like, okay, let me tell you how I feel about that. Yes, it was our grandson's birthday, and yes, he should have been there. But he hates the movies. Last month, I wanted to go to the movie. He did not want to go to the movies. He says, you know I don't like movies. You know, I said, fine, don't go. And I went with Logan. But I was like, if you can make a sacrifice for your grandson, you should be able to make a sacrifice for your wife. I'm just saying. But he don't like the movies, he said. And the whole time he was at the movies, I was like, oh, I hope they're not down there smacking, because Willie can't stand smacking, and all of this. So I don't think I enjoyed the movie as much as I probably would have. I don't know. It was Minions. It's a cartoon. Save y'all coins, because it was not that funny to me. It just was not. And I thought it was going to be good. The previews looked good and funny, but when the preview scenes came up, they were the only ones that were somewhat funny. So, like I said, I don't know if I didn't enjoy it because I was wondering if Willie was having a good time down at his end. He didn't sit with me. They were like lounge couches. And Kim, she bought out the first row. And we wind up going at 7 o'clock at night. And which is fine, that's fine. It started at 7:15. She had checked 8 other theaters, and she was going back and forth. And at first she was doing it with me, and then she started doing it. I said, call your daddy, honey, because you know me, I'm not a planner. So I don't want to be involved in that, and things don't go right and then it be on me. I just said, call your daddy. So she finally found the theater. She said, Mama, just send me your credit card. I said, here you go, Charlie, here you go. So that's how that went. And I'm not sure if Anson would have rather had the dollars as opposed to the movies, but that's what he wanted. He turned 17, and he is like a 12-year-old. He's so innocent and so sweet and humble, and he's not into girls or things that come along with girls and stuff like that. He's just not interested, and I thank God for that. Most boys at his age, that's what they're interested in, talking to girls on the phone and stuff like that. Not Ansie Poo. He's like, I said, Anson, you better not be looking at those girls. He's like, no, Grandma, no. Like, ooh. I'm like, good boy. So, he should be driving, he should have started when he was 15 and got his permit and have been driving for a year, to make sure he's a safe driver. He's only been out driving with me, I think 2 or 3 times in the parking lot of the high school, He's gonna need some time on the streets with these crazy drivers, I'm gonna be late today, y'all. But they just better be happy to have me there, because, Jesus, Lisa is not feeling it today. Just exhausted in my body, Jesus. I need to check my blood sugar and see what it's doing. But as far as my blood sugar goes, I've been taking my Trulicity shots and my Jaredins. And I stopped taking that metformin for several reasons. If any of you guys are diabetics and you're on metformin, that stuff blows my stomach up. I mean, like, past my breasts, my stomach blows up. And I was like, okay. And Cameron was like, Mom, that's one of the major symptoms is bloaty gut. And I was like, okay. And when I was with Sabrina in Cancun, for whatever reason, I didn't take my medicine for 3 days. And my stomach, I was on the flight and I was like, my stomach is flat. And then I realized, you haven't been taking your medication. So, although when you take your Jaredins, your Trulicity, it's a shot, so it's in your body. I didn't check my blood sugar, honey. I ain't do nothing. I was like flying solo, like, it's all good. I ain't got nothing wrong with me. My body ain't diseased. So I waited a week and I took my blood sugar and it was high. So I said, okay, at least take the Jardins. And I talked to the doc and he was like, metformin is very good. It's been around for a very, very long time, tried and true and all this kind of stuff, And that metformin has been around for quite a while. But take a moment to breathe, it says. But I just can't deal with that bloaty gut. It was really bothering me, so, and I wish I could say, oh, it's just a little bit. It was not. Like I said, it was like super protruding. And then my daughter said, oh, Mom, you lost weight. I was like, no, I didn't lose any weight. I just lost my gut. It wasn't weight as far as fat. It was just air. No. So I don't know if I'm going to go back on it or not. As of right now, not. So I'll take my blood sugar to see what it's doing. It's probably why I'm so tired. Or it's probably my iron. So I will take my liquid iron. And I feel like this when my iron levels get low. I have always been an anemic, so I'm not surprised. But when I did my last blood work, they were saying that my iron levels were fine. And I do believe that I was on my supplement at that time, so you just got to play around with your body sometimes, I guess. I haven't really been eating good either, which is not good for a diabetic. But I just haven't had much of an appetite. Let me tell you what happened. So, come on, baby girl, wake up. Wake up. I bought Willie 2 cows. And they were, I think, Angus cows, beautiful, and those cows have had cows, right? So we've had our cows for about, 6 years now, and I think we've had like maybe 4 cows from that. I don't know. They're out at my friend's house, friend/accountant's house. She has a huge ranch, and she's the one I originally bought the cows from. Well, one called Spitbag, that's what my friend's husband's named them. Spitbag, they were saying, oh, let's go ahead and put her down, And I was feeling some kind of way about it. I said to Willie, why? And he's like, honey, it's a cow. It's not our grandchild or, a member of the family. It's a cow. And I was like, I know, but we fed this cow, and I've looked into this cow's eyes, and I just feel some kind of way about it. And he was like, oh, you're just being silly, yada, yada, yada. We're going to eat this cow up. So they took the cow and processed the cow. And they made even like the summer sausage and all of this kind of stuff. Well, like the beef jerky sausage. I don't know what that thing is. So Willie was like, oh, babe, you've got to taste this. And I was like, I saw one of the packages when I came home sitting on the counter, and I was like, oh my God, it's spit bag. So, I just wasn't feeling it. I just wasn't feeling it. So, what happened? Last night, Willie made like cheesy macaroni with ground beef in it. Like a hamburger helper, the cheesy hamburger helper type of thing, but he just made it from scratch. Which is strange because I was just telling Pam, it's not fair. Her husband is at home, my husband's at home, nobody's cooking but us when we get home. And I didn't get home till 7 o'clock last night. So I sat in my car and she sat in her car and we were talking. I was like, I gotta go cook. She was like, me too. I was like, this is not fair, yada, yada, yada. And Willie actually cooked for the first time in like a long time. So when I got home, I said to him, if you want to eat, you need to start taking meat out so I can cook it when I get home. And he was like, oh, so he knew I was feeling some kind of way. So he made the food, and I was like, I looked down and I saw spit bag all ground up in my food, and I was like, I can't do it. I just can't do it. So I got a little piece of meat with my macaroni cheesy noodles, and I was like, no, so I ate the noodles out and left the cow in there, and then I scraped it off and put it in the dog's bowl. I was like, here, you guys are cannibals, you can have this. Willie said, honey, you're gonna have to get over it. And I know he's right, but he's like, what's the difference if you eat the cow from the store and this meat is really lean and all of this, we know it was fed, healthy food and just on. And I was like, I hear what you're saying and I know that you're right, but it's just gonna take me a minute. I mean, it's enough to make me want to go back to being a vegetarian. That's how serious I am about it. It just doesn't feel right. Now, I will say that I eat more sides and I eat more sides and vegetables, salads and stuff like that than I do meats. I've always been like that, but my patients are just getting there. But yeah, this is just kind of like pushing me in the opposite direction, honey. Truly, truly is. Everybody's car is spotless and clean except mine. They just getting here. We black folks know we are always late. I am going to go and finish at work as quick as I can. For I can get to my house chores and finish up Betsy. I've probably got about 3 hours worth of work to do on it. I came home yesterday and I was like, All I want to do is work on my diamond art. So Willie came upstairs and gave me a glass of wine. And that's what I did. And whenever I go downstairs the last couple of days, he's either laying across the bed watching his phone or sleep. It's time to work, y'all. It's time to do the work. Pay the bills. Y'all be good. Go do some diamond art. Go do some sewing. Go do something. I got to go to work. Y'all ain't got to go to work. Have fun in your life.